This is my my live stream on me becoming an author. This is Scott Leo Mack. I have been getting things together, and I have been thinking about this day. I have been holding off on doing the live stream. So here I am giving you guys um, um, the live stream that you guys have been asking for. So hello everyone, this is Scott Leo Mac, and welcome to my live stream YouTube channel. For those of you that are new to my channel and have never seen me go live, which is this is my first time on this channel going live, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the like button, and also please comment. I do respond back. So this live stream is about me and me becoming an author. I never thought that I would do something like this as far as being an author. Um, to be honest with you guys, I when I came back home from Iraq, and my family knew that I had been gone for like four and a half years, and when I came home, I have been told that you have seen a lot, done a lot, been to a lot of different countries, and you have experienced a lot. So you can really get out there and um, um, pretty much be an inspiration to people and talk to people on your journey, and the things that you did and discovered while you were on your journey. So I'm like, it just didn't dawn on me to actually become an author. And when people just kept telling me about I should go out there and talk, go to do events and go to colleges. And I've talked to professors. They also were saying, wow, for a young woman your age and a single mom, that you can come here on this college campus and actually talk, and pretty much be a mentor to these young females that are here at this college. And it just didn't dawn on me right then, guys. I When I got back home after I did 4.5 years in Iraq as a civilian, I say about not even a year after I had been home, I had decided. Actually, it was like 4 months after I came home, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do just write. And um, when I decided to write, it actually took me um, about a year to write the book. It took about a year to write the book, and after I wrote the book, it sat on my desk for about 10 years. And I just didn't think that no one would be interested in, reading, what I've done and what I accomplished and where I've been to. And and then until one year I was sick. I actually had pneumonia, and I was just home. I was home for like 2.5 months and just with nothing to do. So I just thought about that book that had been sitting on my desktop for almost damn near 10 years. And I decided to go ahead and try to get it edited, published, and get it out there on the bookshelves. When I decided to do that, I actually got sick that November. That late December, I decided to pull it out and get it edited. I found an editor in Canada. She had it for about a good 4 months. And then once she finished, and then When I got home from Iraq, actually I didn't know anything about publishing company. I knew that I wanted to get it published to where I did traditional. But at the time that I was looking for someone to publish my book, I didn't know the difference between traditional and self-publishing. So, I always tell my family, my kids and everything that, Google is your friend, so I did research and I found out, what was the difference between traditional and self-publishing. I didn't really looked into actually trying to find someone self-published. I decided to do. I'm sorry. I didn't actually look into someone to do traditional. I decided to do self-publishing, and to be honest with you, when I decided to do self-publishing, I really didn't even take time to find a company. I basically just went with the first company I swiped online, and as time went on, time progressed, I found out that that was not the way to go. You always do your research when you run up on a self-publishing company that caught your attention. You don't just go with the first publishing company that you come across. And at the time, I didn't know anything about publishing, author, writing, know nothing, and I went with Slavers. I went with Slavers, and when I went with Slavers, I I didn't I sent off the money. I talked to someone and they sent me some paperwork and I sent off the money, and I actually had installments. My installments, I think I paid about like $1,500 to get my first book self-published, and I did it in installments. On my last installment, I stopped the check. I stopped check because I wanted to pretty much take my time on getting the book published, and I wasn't in a rush to get it published right then. So I sat on Resilience of a Black Woman. I sat on that book for almost 10 years. Once I sat on that book for 10 years and I decided to go ahead and get it out and published, it took another 6 months. I, I, I got pneumonia that November. That December, I decided to go ahead and take that book off the desktop and go ahead and get it edited and everything. My book was out by July, so it took about a good 7 to 8 months to actually get out on bookshelves. I really, I love the cover that my son had chose. Actually, he found two book covers that that I really enjoyed, that I really liked, and I had finally went with the one that I thought that suited me very well because it showed strength and resilience. And till today, I still am dumbfounded about the cover that I did pick. I get a lot of compliments on it, not just what's on the front of the book, but also inside the book. I get people that approach me in the street, and they would like, wow, you're a strong woman. And they were like, I'm still reading your book. I said, well, what chapter are you on? And one woman told me she was on Control. I said, well, Control is my weight issue. So she's like, yeah. She said, and I would love to get with you and we sit down and we chat about your book, about that part. And I'm like, wow, really? So Resilience of a Black Woman was a book that I should have really got it out in the opening, and it shouldn't have taken me 10 years to get that book out, and which it did. So it kind of like delayed me on actually becoming an author. And once I got that out there and that was over and done with, and I wasn't really like I said, I didn't know what to do as far as being an author. I didn't know that I had to pretty much market my book. And when I did find out that I had to market my book, I actually it was like, it was kind of too late, because I should have been market that book within those 8 months that it was actually in the editor and get ready to go to the publisher. I should have been started it, and that was one mistake that I had made, because I was green, I was new, I didn't know what was what, but a Resistance of a Black Woman didn't have no marketing at all. And I think that's why that book kind of like fell through the cracks, because the fact that it really didn't have no market value. And when that book came out, I sold about like 50, 60 copies. And I think that I could sell more. I think that it's a good damn book. I think that a lot of women, single parents, single mothers, I think that they would benefit from reading that book, of all ages, um, of single parents, and teenagers that are growing up, and parents that think that their teenagers are growing up too fast. I think this is a good book as well, because it shows strength. Not only just strength, it shows the fact that you don't depend on no man. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's sort of a good thing, because it's telling you that you can be independent, and you can go out there and get what you need and not ask a man for it. So I think that Resistance of a Black Woman is a good book for young teenagers all the way up to anyone that's single. Oh, okay, I got someone that's online. Wow. Hey, Keith Mobley. You're one of my members. It's good seeing you on here. Um, I enjoy all of your chats, your comments on my YouTube channel. So you finally made it on this one, huh? But I when I after Resilience came out, like I said, it didn't I think that it can do better. I think that, if I had the right market tools and more money, because it feels though that you can't get your name out there, or the book out there, and you have to have more money to for your marketing, because without money, no one's going to really, try to market your book, because you need money. And so you can do a lot of research on that to try to find cheaper markets, because there are some out there, some available. And not only that, I found out that you can go to your local universities, because some local universities have radio stations, and they would do it, where you don't have to pay anything. But the thing about that is, as long as you're self-published, they don't have to go through anyone higher up before they interview you on their radio station, versus to where someone is traditional, where they have to go through that company higher up to find out if it's okay for them to interview you on their radio station. But I I'm learning. I'm still learning. And it's gonna take some time. I was always told Rome wasn't built in a day, but you when I finished Resistance of a Black Woman, I said that I really, after I finished it, I was like dumbfounded. I didn't know what else to do. I just like, okay, well, that's it. I wrote it, I finished it, I edited it, I published it, and that's a done deal. I'm an author now, so I can just go and continue living and working. And it's just like, wow, is that really it? Am I really ending it just there on my memoir? So I decided to adopt the genre, and my genre was action. I decided to do that because that was something that my dad really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed watching action movies with my dad. So I decided to adopt that, and not only just that, because when I was overseas and got to work with the military in Iraq, I seen stuff, heard stuff, know stuff. And I'm like, it would be more intrigued to really do a lot of research on CIA, FBI covert stuff. So I decided to go ahead and do that. So here we go. Live chat. All messages are visible. Okay. After the success of self-publishing, which do you prefer, self-publishing or finding a publishing company? Traditional. Keith, I think that I would love traditional. I would love traditional because the fact that they would pay you up front, and they would pay you for your work. And I found, and see, when when I knew that traditional would pay you up front, they would give you your advance up front. So when you actually have your book published and get it out on shelves, you're not going to see any royalties from that book until you actually pay back the money um, um, that the company gave you in advance. So that means that if they gave you $10,000, that means your book have to make $10,000 worth of sale before you even see your royalties, because that $10,000 that your book had made out on shelves go to the company for the advance that they gave you. So then after the initial $10,000 that the company gets from your book sales, being on the bookshelves, your book sales being on the bookshelves, then you start seeing your royalties coming in. But I and then in a way, you probably won't see a check for about 1 or 2 years. It depends on how good of a marketing the company has, and how good your book is. It might take 3 years. Who knows? But it depends on how it depends on how much of a hot commodity your book is, and how much hot is it a more in demand. If it's heavy in demand, then you might start seeing your royalties within a year, after a year. So me, I think that I would love to try traditional at one point in time, and then and I think that I would go back to self-publishing, because then I've gotten the taste of having my book traditional. And then what's the difference between traditional and self-publishing is, if you were to get a movie deal, and your book was traditional, that the company will have to go through your publisher before they even come to you, and they have to work out a deal with them before they come to you, because you don't have rights of your book because you went traditional. Versus self-publishing, they can come straight to you and offer your deal because you actually own the rights to your book. That's the difference between self-publishing and traditional. So like I said, I wouldn't want to have my full career depend on me being a traditional. I would like to have one book that goes out traditional, and then the rest self-publishing. But I'm actually getting a kick out of being an author. I still have a lot to learn. Do I feel as though Black authors get any initiative? I see, and it's my opinion, versus to how everybody else feel. I feel as though that I see more of Caucasians get more of publicity than a black author. I've noticed that black authors normally get publicity when they're actually deceased. That's what I see, and that is my opinion. Some might say no, that is not true, but so far that's what I'm seeing. Like Maya Angelou, she was the author, but everybody knew her as in being an actress. And then when she passed away, people always talks about her book and everything. So did I just see someone say something? Okay, I think okay. See, after gaining experience from self-publishing, how are you planning on doing your second book? Hold on for a second. Let me see if I saw it right. I check. How are you planning on publishing your second book? Okay, well, my second book, is because of the fact that I've already actually finished writing the book and it's already in a self-publishing company's hand, and I'm having characters created. While I'm having my characters created, I did try to actually I'm still doing it. I've been sending out career letters, and I said to myself that if I don't get anyone before, well, after the young lady finished doing my characters, then it's not meant for me to have this book self-published. But traditional, I'm going to go ahead and get it self-published, because I also learned and found out that when you want to have your book traditional published, that it will take at least 1 or 2 years before your book actually comes out through that company traditional, and which is it's kind of weird. I don't understand how it takes 1 or 2 years before your book actually comes out if you do traditional, but it takes a lot. The time is longer before your book actually come out when you're actually traditional versus self publishing. So I want to try it once because I think what I'm gonna do is I was thinking on my third book. I have a book that I'm writing now on how I lost 207 pounds. I see that that is a hot commodity book. Everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody, is trying to do healthy. Everyone, has medical issues, and everyone's need to lose 20-40 pounds. So I think this book, how I lost 207 pounds, I think that's a hot commodity. So I was thinking about having that done as far as self-publishing, traditional. Okay, let's see. Who's your favorite author and how did this author inspire you to becoming an author? Okay, well, no one inspired me to become an author, but I watch YouTube a lot, and I was watching one of these authors. Her name is Alexa Dunn. I was watching quite a few of her YouTube videos, and I would always see this commercial, through the ads that they play on YouTube, and it was it's a thing's called Masterclass. I fell in love with an author. Oh, actually, I did two authors. It was Margaret Atwood, and I forgot the other guy that I said to my tongue, but Margaret Atwood, she is a phenomenal author. Actually, she's the one that did that that show it's on Hulu. It's called Tales of a Maid or something like that. She wrote a book about that, I think like in the 70s, in the 80s. And they finally, she got a deal for it to be actually on a network, streaming network, and it's on Hulu. And I haven't gotten a chance to actually watch it. But maybe one day I would have enough nerves to watch it. And the other one was Neil Gaiman. When I would watch the commercials for Masterclass, the way he talked on the commercials, it really got me to where I want to take this class. The things that he would say, it drew me in, and that's how an author does. An author talks to bring you in, and Neil Gaiman brought me in. When I said that, every time I would see that ad run on YouTube, I would always say, I want to do this class, but I had to wait because it consists money and it doesn't do monthly. I had to do it yearly. And I actually learned a lot. I learned a lot from Neil Gaiman. I learned a lot from Margaret Atwood. Actually, Margaret Atwood would say that in order for you to capture your viewers or your readers, you got to put your characters into every situation. When you put your characters into every situation, then you can start watching them come out of that situation. And that's what I did on 26 Degrees on part 1, because it allowed me not to have writer's block, because I was putting my characters into every situation there was, and then I watched them come out of that situation, which was pretty cool, and I really liked that. Okay, have you ever considered writing a romance novel? I like Kristen, oh my god, what is her name? Bellabeck. Bellabeck. I like her, and she's like a YA. I think you could say YA author, where really she a little bit romance. So I consider that as YA. I fell in love with her writing. It's pretty much it's somewhat a romance, but it's I really fell in love with that. Have I ever thought about doing a romance novel? No, but when I decided to do action, when you go watch movies to the movie theater and you watching an action movie, it's always going to be a little romance in the movie. So it's just like saying, your genre is action slash CIA slash COVID slash romance novelist, because you always have some type of sex scene in that movie. So therefore, romance novel, that's your romance novel right there, adding that into your book. When there's a lot of action into it, because you can't just have strictly all action and no romance. Come on now. But yes, Neil Gaiman, Margaret Atwood, and Kristen Bellabeck is a perfect romance novelist, I think, for YA. So those are my 3 favorite authors. And have I ever thought about doing romance? No, because you could pretty much put romance into an action novel anyway. So I'm killing 2 all at one time. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? I'm actually action author versus / romance novels. So anyway, so when I decided to become an author, and adopt the action genre, I took that and I ran away with it. Oh, I have another person on here. Hello, Alex. How you doing? Another person that's my one of my favorite fans that always sits and chats with me and comment on a lot of my YouTube videos. I'm glad to see you finally made it. You were kind of late for my other one, but it's so good seeing you, Alex. So good seeing you. But I have I still have a lot of well, not a lot. I have a lot to really take in and learn, and I'm learning slowly but surely, and I'm hoping I'm going to get better at it, and I'm going to get better at being on the YouTube. I'm going to get better at being an author. I'm going to get better at writing. I'm going to get better at doing thumbnails, all that stuff. So it's just taking some time because I actually am enjoying this author slash writer influencer and being on YouTube. So it's pretty much it's a lifelong journey that I am looking forward to doing every day, and seeing my fans out here and giving out wonderful videos and commenting back. I really am enjoying all of this. But I really want to get my name out there as in a Black author, and it's gonna take a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, but I'm here, I'm healthy, and I'm taking one day at a time, and I'm a strong individual, and I'm going to try to push forward and make this possible. I don't care how long it takes, so I want to bring a lot of good action books to you guys, and I was telling someone that it has been a while since I have actually seen an action movie, and by me doing the second book of 26 Degrees, I got another that I'm doing spinoff, and I haven't seen this in the movies in a while either. And I'm talking like these books are going to make this TV screen, and I'm hoping that they do, because it's like I've seen authors that have made their book have actually either come in movie theaters or on local television. I don't care what comes the screen or local TV, but I wouldn't mind a miniseries out of 26 Degrees. That's a good one, especially on what is that? What is that? Oh my goodness. Netflix. That would be a good one on Netflix. But I am enjoying all of this. I'm taking all this in. And just it dawned on me to actually start doing a YouTube channel on me becoming an author, because I knew that I was kind of shy. So me coming on live, I'm taking all this in and I'm learning, and I'm coming out of my shyness slowly but surely. But it's this has been a fun, pretty much a fun thing that I'm doing. I'm having fun doing this, and I'm meeting new people, talking to new people, meeting people from all over the world. I have a lot of people that have been commenting from India. I've been commenting back. I thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in on me becoming an author, and on my other channel as well. But I really am here to stay. I'm not going nowhere. And I'm hoping that I get to see you guys on all of my live streams. I am going to sum this live stream up to say thank you guys for being my motivator and my follower and my fans. I love you guys so much, and hopefully I'll be doing another one in a few weeks, and hopefully I will get a lot more people out here to ask me questions. And I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to doing another live stream. Take care and God bless.